Hello students, how have you been? Are you okay? That's good. Our lesson topic for today, that's Unit 5, the United Nations. Before I am going to proceed this lesson, I would like to inform you why you are going to learn this lesson. Learn adjectives to describe leaders. You see? What kind of leaders? In what way do we describe people? This is the main target of the lesson. You know, the power of adjectives. Adjectives do have different kinds of power in order to express or describe people. Right? Let me give you that. You can describe your school compound using adjective. You can describe your friend using adjectives. You can describe your family using adjectives. You can describe your home and village using adjectives. Therefore, adjectives are very important parts of speech. Okay? It's not only describing people, but we can also use them to describe every phenomenon. A place, at the same time, the situation, the events, right? While you are narrating to someone else, we usually use what? Adjectives. So that is we are going to see for this session. Good. Now, that is adjective to describe leaders. This is the main specific issue for today. We are going to see that leaders. Who are leaders? In what way do we describe them? Leaders. Let me define it, what leader means. Leaders, peoples who are giving direction to the employees. Leaders are available in every organization, whether it is private organization or government organization or NGO or whatever it is. If it is an organization, leaders are available there. Leaders, in short, peoples who are trained, they are directing people in the right way so as to accomplish their tasks. So let me start with this issue. All the adjectives listed below can be used to describe characters. Now you are going to listen to the presenter pronouncing them and mark the stressed syllable in each one of the practicing adjectives. That's the pronunciation of these words. So while I am reading or pronouncing these words, hopefully that you will practice. That's why we are going to practice kinds of words or vocabularies useful for describing people or leaders especially. At the same time, in the context of the language, you are going to put what? Stress syllable. What does syllable lie on? We have already discussed so far about what stress and what syllable mean. While I am pronouncing the word, I'm sure that you'll put the stress, what does it lie, at the same time the syllable, right? So just to show you that what stress and syllable mean, that in short right? Syllable usually, stress is, we do have this kind of sign, right? And when we say that is syllable means, it usually lies where? Like this. There are sounds there, but this sign, stress, usually lies at the top of a word, just to give what? The sound of something. Take for instance, let me give you that one example. H-A-P-P. Okay? H-A-P-P. It's an adjective. It's a simple adjective actually. But when we say that this is what? Stress. You see, stress lie on here at the initial position. This implies that it's an adjective. Is what means that stress. But let's come back to the objectives of our issue, that is describing a leader. Let's take a leader who is what? Smart. S-M-A-R-T. Smart. Oh, he's smart man. Smart, you know, it's a word that modifies a leader, which belongs to a leader. Therefore, in such a case, smart is an adjective. Where does the stress lie on? The stress lie on where? Here. That's why, because these kind of adjectives usually have what? One syllabic word. That's all. What we call it, syllable and stress. It is only one syllable word, smart. Let me give you that. Another example. Confident. 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 Where does the stress lie on here now? Confident. As I told you last time, please, so as to practice this kind of language context, whether it is or there is a stress on a specific word or a syllable, you simply close your 2 ears and then practice, and then you can easily get what? Where does the stress, at the same time the syllable, the word it has. Confident is what? An adjective. This is an adjective. He is a confident leader. Confident leader. It's okay? So, in such a case, we can use how many syllables have this word? You can simply put like this. Confident. Confident. Therefore, this is a syllable. It has, or it is consisted of 3 syllabic sounds, not a word. It's consisted of 3 syllabic sounds. Then, when you pronounce this adjective, right? Confident. Confident. The stress lie on here now. Here. S-C-O-N and then F-I, the stress lie on it. Whereas this adjective is consisted of 3 syllabic word. Confident. 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 Simply practice. Close your 2 ears and then you can easily practice the way how you are pronouncing this word. That's it. Whatever it is, our issue is us just talking about how leaders are describing using different adjectives at the same time. We are also practicing where does an adjective of a syllabic and a stress lie on. That's it. Let's come to this one. Aggressive. 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 Practice after me. Where does the stress lie on? How many syllabic words does this word have? I'm sure that aggressive. 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 Therefore, which is consisted of 3 syllabic word. Aggressive. Aggressive. So the stress lie on here now. Aggressive. 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 So this is a stress lies on. The stress by himself or by itself tells us about what? About where the syllable is existing. Let's come to the next word. Inclusive. 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 Look, simply, you can practice inclusive. The stress lies on here now. This word by itself has 3-syllabic word. Inclusive. Inclusive. Come again, the next word. Charismatic. Charismatic. Now, look now, charismatic. Charismatic. So, here now, the stress lies here. Charismatic. This word is consisted of 4-syllabic word. So the stress lies on here. Charismatic. Charismatic. Good. Well liked. Well liked. This is the stress. Here lies. Okay. You simply put like this. Liked. Consultative. Consultative. Okay. Consultative. Consultative. So this is consisted of 4-syllabic word, and then the stress lies on like that. Courageous. 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 See? Decisive. Decisive. The stress lies on here now. Decisive. Diplomatic. Diplomatic. You see, diplomatic. So the stress lies here now. Diplomatic. Diplomatic. After DIP and then LO and then MATIC. So I'm sure that you will practice the rest of the vocabularies or the leaders of the adjectives of the words which are describing the leader in such a way. Practice it. There, it's good. Now let's go to the activity. Read the context seen on the screen and decide a type of adjective describing leader. Very interesting. What does it say? Leader is not lazy. Instead, he looks for what? Problems and work to fix it on his own. What kind of leader is he? Assume that a leader who is not lazy. Instead, he looks for problems, right? And work to fix it on his own. What kind of leader do you think he is or she is? Very interesting. Different kinds of adjectives might be given there by different students. Yeah, some of you said that what? Confident. Very nice. That's interesting. Confident. Energetic. Energetic. Thank you so much. Good. Responsible. Very nice. Lot of possible answers are available so as to describe this kind of leader. Let's go to the next one. Right? In order to share his idea, he needs to what? He needs to believe in himself. What kind of leader is he? Self-centered. Yeah. Self-centered, if you like, you can describe this kind of self-centered. Self-motivated. Yes, possible adjectives are available so as to describe these people. When you count in the second case, in order to share his idea or her idea, he needs or she needs to believe, right, by himself or by herself. Don't forget that leaders are not always men. Women can be leaders. You think of this issue in your mind, please. Thank you so much. Very nice. In order to share his idea or her idea, she needs or he needs to what? To believe in himself. You see? Self-motivated. Yeah? Self-esteem. Different adjectives might be possible. Good. This kind of leader, right? Having a constructive attitude, positivity, right? Every one he works with. Yeah. What kind of person he is? Very nice. Interesting one. This kind of leader, okay, whether a woman or a man, the one who is a leader in such kind of contexts, he's what? He works with everyone. He's a leader, assume that. She's a leader. Whereas, she's actively involving in any part of activities in her organization. Okay? Starting from the janitors to the top managers. Therefore, this kind of leader, what we call her, or what we call him, what's that? Positivity. Is okay? Positivity. Positive. Diplomatic. Diplomatic. Right? Diplomatic. Etc. Therefore, this is possible way of describing people. Her leadership or his leadership involves making what? Unpopular decision, which requires a certain level of bravery. Very nice. Yeah, this kind of leader often do have this kind of character. Her leadership involves making unpopular decisions, which requires a certain level of bravery. She's what? She's courageous. She's brave. She's confident enough. You see? Yeah. She do have a decision by herself. Right? Without the influence of the others. This is what I mean that. That's why she has a power to solve, and she's also accountable what's going on. Whatever it is, this kind of leader is what? She's brave, right? She's courageous, okay? She's confident enough, etc. This leader, the last one, often has a strong and uncontrollable desire that pushes him forward. This kind of person is what? Flexible person, is okay? Yeah. Or passionate, in other words. Passionate. Let's going to see an activity 2. Fill these sentences with the appropriate adjective below to describe people. Very nice. All these adjectives have been taken from the previous adjectives that we have described so far. When it started talking about describing people. You remember? Honesty, flexible, ethical, resourceful, charismatic, humble, unreasonable, etc. These kind of adjectives have seen on the screen, and then I'm going to give you one activity, and then you will insert these vocabularies. take in your note. Very nice. Take note. Honesty, flexible, ethical, resourceful, charismatic, humble, and unreasonable. Humble, unreasonable. These are the vocabularies. You are going to insert these words or vocabularies which are describing the leaders with the sentence that's given below. Good. She is an dash leader. She has her own value and ensures action, not damaging. What kind of leader is she? Insert. Very nice. She is a dash leader. She has her own values and ensures actions not damaging. Again, before we are going to read the next sentence, go to number 2. Dash leaders are, right, magnetizing and charming, which inspires devotion in their followers. What are the appropriate vocabularies to this word? Thank you so much. Now, let's go to the first one. What that? Good. In the first sentence, what that? You see, charismatic leaders are magnetizing and charming, which inspires devotion in their followers. She has her own values and ensures actions not damaging. Yes, he is an undash leader. He is seeking out feedback and focusing on the needs of others. There are no more secrets today. Everything is out there, right? On the world wide. That is why dash is the best policy. One of the quickest ways to get people to dislike you is to dash. Oh, he is a dash leader. He is able to find creative what? Solutions to problem. So, oh, he is what? Flexible leader. One of the quickest ways to get people to dislike you is that to dash, to humble, etc. And then you can proceed the rest of the other activity in such a way. She is often gifted with dash schedule. Her employees usually have the ability to make their own schedule. This may be flexible as it is given on the top. That's it. I have already done starting from 5, 6, 7 have been done for you, and then starting from 1 to 4 you should do by yourself. That's all we have for today. Till we meet next session. Goodbye.